Happy Friday, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us for our Action 2 News Small Towns Debrief that we have taking place today. So great to have you joining us on this Friday morning. I am Emerson Lehmann, joined by my trusty Small Towns photojournalist, Shane Fitzsimmons. As we have a live look at Lambeau there real quick, we were talking about the big Packers-Bears game taking place on Sunday. A lot of excitement going on, but we'll talk about that later on. We want to talk about small towns right now. Had another fun week of small towns, Shane. We had another one of our surprise visits. So for any of our regular small towns viewers who perhaps maybe you watch my previews that I do with Chris Roth on Action 2 News at 4:30, a few weeks back, Ivy's Apples. We went up to Sturgeon Bay, and it was kind of a similar case to this one.
Somebody called and said...
Someone called, yeah. So I was actually tagged in a Facebook comment on that day, and they said, hey, this needs to be a small town story. So I had no way of getting in touch with Ivy. Didn't know her last name. But I said, all right, we're going to drive up to Sturgeon Bay. We kind of knew the area where she was. I checked with a business in the area. They said, yep, she sits out just across the street. We drove up there and said, Ivy, we want to talk to you about your awesome apple stand. And she gave us a great story, and we had so much fun, and it turned out so well that we said, you know what? Let's try that practice again. So we received a call on a Wednesday about a really cool Christmas tree, side of the road Christmas tree stand in Casco with a very special person who is running that stand, and we'll talk about him in one moment. So we jumped in the car on Friday and said, all right,
let's go learn about it. This one was a little shorter drive, so we felt pretty good
about 25 minutes to Casco, so it wasn't too bad. So we rolled up. We got some picture here. Shane snapped this one. I was trying to...
Here's Emerson looking around to see if anybody's available.
Anybody home. We had to go knock on the shed there, and we found this gentleman right here. His name is Fenton Finney Weirix, and he is quite the individual. For 67 years, he has been selling Christmas trees in Casco. Finney's Trees, it's on Burke Avenue there in Casco. And he was showing us this photo, Shane. This is from an old newspaper clipping there. November 21st, 1968. He's one of those people in there helping set up the town Christmas tree. He's all about Christmas.
Pretty cool piece of history right there.
So much history in that building. He was showing us several different photos throughout the day. And what was really fun, I think, for us, Shane, when we were out there, just talking with Finney, and just his love for the holiday season was contagious. I mean, just so much passion for making sure not only he and his friends who help him out have a good holiday. Obviously, they're running a business out there; they got bills to pay, but just making sure that anyone that stops out there in the Casco community, he said, and they have people coming from all over northeast Wisconsin. He said folks from Green Bay, folks from up in Door County, they all make the trip there. They just want to make sure that it's special for them.
He may have been a little humble, but I think he knew the role that he plays in the spirit of Christmas.
The significance. We called him the Father Christmas there in Casco. And it's so cool what he does, because not only do they he has a tree lot. He has tons of trees on his property that's just down the road that you can go cut them down yourselves if you want to. You can show up to the tree lot and say, hey, we'd actually like to go cut our own tree down, and they'll get you over there to do that. That's fantastic. Or you can get a real tree that's already been cut down for you if you want to save yourself some of the work. And then they've got...
If you really want to go all in.
If you want to go really all in, they have flocking.
The flock trees.
That's available, which he was showing us a flock bag. I didn't know what flocking was, Shane, until we showed up here. But
I didn't either.
Dan Pressline, Finney's friend, was able to show us what flocking looks like. Here it is. So it's given it that snowy look. And Dan called himself the flocker of Casco, I believe was the name that he bestowed upon himself. He said he's been doing it for 4 or 5 years.
Well, he made it look easy.
He made it look very easy. He did a very good job.
He'll tell you that there's some technique involved in getting a proper coverage.
And the fun part talking with Dan was he told us he's been married for 42 years. All 42 of those years, Dan has been going to Finney's Trees with his wife to get their Christmas tree. And it was about 5 years ago where Finney said, hey, would you mind helping out? And he said, absolutely, I'll jump in. And he's been flocking trees for Finney ever since. But just so fun to talk to them, to hear about, their small town business. It is the true, Finney said it best himself. He said, in a small town, everybody knows you somehow. Well, the retired priest for the parishes in the community there, he showed up when we were there, and we chatted with him a bit. And I want you to go watch the story. If you haven't watched it yet, go to the comment section on our Facebook page, and we have linked that story in there where you can go watch it. But 83-year-old Finney has been doing a great job, and the priest said, when Finney's done,
I don't want trees anymore.
I don't want a tree anymore. So he means that much. And something that really stood out to me from, I don't know about you, if you had something that really jumped out, but the thing that really stood with me about this story, and you mentioned how humble he was. He was kind of hesitant to share this, but anybody who has showed up to that lot and hasn't been able to afford a tree over the years, he said they still left with one. They left with a tree because he wants that Christmas, that special Christmas feeling. He wants everybody to feel that. He said, if you're able to pay, hey, we've got bills to pay too, so those people pay. But if a kid showed up maybe, and he said he's given kids opportunities over the years to come there and help out and just be a part of it. So he's an 83-year-old man. For 67 years, he's been selling trees. You can do the math there. 15, 16 years old is when he started. Just a really remarkable gentleman who I'm really glad that he was, one, there when we showed up.
Right.
That was helpful. Two, he said, yeah, come on in, let's talk about it. He has a little pup Riley running around with him.
Yes, he does.
He gave us so much time, and really, really grateful we were able to share his story there.
I think what stood out to me about his story was he shared with us that his wife had helped him originally.
Yes.
And that she had recently passed away. In fact, she passed away the day after Christmas.
Yep.
2 years ago?
2 years, 2 years she'd been passed.
And it was her favorite time of the year. And you asked him, has it been difficult to continue selling trees after the loss of your wife? And he really turned that around and said, basically I do this because it was her favorite time of the year and I want to continue to do this.
Taking the love that she had for it, sharing it with others.
Absolutely.
And really, really cool story. He said his wife, Janet, he said she could take that Charlie Brown Christmas tree and make it look pretty. And he and his team there, a lot of folks helping him out, or I shouldn't say a lot of folks, just a handful of folks helping him out. Yeah. But a really strong bond between them all. So it makes it feel like a much bigger team.
We rib each other and we have a good time.
They have a good time, and they're checking in on each other year round. And if you haven't gotten your tree yet, maybe head out to Finney's Trees.
And they are beautiful. They're gorgeous trees.
Fantastic.
Excellent trees.
Just a really cool story, really cool people out there. You can go check that out. Check out the story as well. We think you'll really enjoy it there. Again, it's on our WBAY.com/smalltowns. You can also just go into the comment section if you're watching on Facebook right now. We've got the link right in there for you to watch. And hey, if you have any ideas while you're watching along with this, please,
even if you don't know all the details,
in the comment section, let us know. We can do some research and find it, but let us know what we should check out. We would love to hear from you. Let us know what you like about the stories, which ones you want to see next. And speaking of next,
if that's not enough Christmas for you,
we've got all kinds of Christmas for you this month. This is going to be a Christmas-themed month for Small Towns, which was not
the plan
necessarily intentional at first, but once we got two of them locked down, I was like, well, maybe we can get one more in there. And so we've got a preview for next week. Take a peek right here. Look at that setup. We went out to the Oneida Reservation to speak with Jeremiah, who's in the red shirt right there. And we learned about blow molds, Shane.
Which I think everybody probably knows what they are.
I didn't, actually. I didn't know.
Well, you've seen them, I'm sure.
I've seen them. I didn't know they had a name.
I didn't know that's what they were called.
The little statues that light up in yards around the holiday season. Let's just say Jeremiah has a lot of them. And he is very passionate about decorating for Christmas, and it was so much fun to sit down with him. We chatted with him and his mom, and really cool story coming up next week in Small Towns, airing every Thursday on Action 2 News at 6. Yeah, man, it's kind of that time of the year where Shane and I need to dress for the weather. when we are going out to some of these. We were walking through the snow for that blow mold story. Finney's, we were out in the tree lot. You had your boots. Yeah, it's that time of the year, folks, but we are so excited to keep sharing these stories, ready to finish 2025 strong. We've already got the first week of 2026 ready to rock. And that's going to be a fun one, too. That's a really, really deep piece for you, looking into next year already. But really excited for that, really excited to keep sharing these stories with you all on Small Towns. Again, Thursdays on Action 2 News at 6. Just going to check our Facebooks one more time, make sure you have no comments yet. Like I said, if you're watching this video, maybe you're tuning in later and you see this, please share your ideas. You can email me as well. It's elayman@wbay.com. We want to hear from you. We want to hear your stories. There's a good chance if you send us an idea, we're for sure 100% going to check it out, but pretty strong chance it probably will make it on Small Towns at some point, because there are just so many cool stories that we need to share, and we have one day to do it every week. So we keep adding to the list, and we've got some really cool stuff in the works, but excited for next week. Hope you all will all tune in. Hopefully you'll all be cheering on the Packers on Sunday as well. Now we can show that live look at Lambeau, right, Shane?
I think so.
We can end with a nice little look at Lambeau here. There we go. That place will be rocking on Sunday afternoon, kickoff 3:25. Of course, we've got our Cover 2 action all evening long, starting at 10 o'clock and Action 2 News at 10 for that Sunday night. But our team will be out there previewing everything leading up to the big game. The NFC top spot could be on the line. So as that billboard says right there in the foreground, go Pack Go. And have a great weekend, everybody. Shane, pleasure as always, my friend.
Always. See you guys. Have a good weekend.